Good evening, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. Please let me know if you can hear me. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So I was about to start the meeting and then I realized that um Gypsy was using the link or they are using the link, and that's the reason why I had to just last minute change to um Google. Yes, that's why. Um so I will be starting shortly, but before we start, please feel free to share the link with those that you know are supposed to be here but are not here. Maybe they joined with the other link and they're there. Please help me communicate with your friends, your colleagues, so that they can use the right link. I'll be starting soon. I was surprised. Sorry. I apologize. Even me, I was surprised because I joined the meeting and then I was shocked. I was like, what exactly is going on here? Like, I'm supposed to be the only one. And then I realized that, oh my God, there's a mentorship session today. So I have this mentorship program that runs for about 7 weeks. And so it has like different cohorts, like they have IP, AI, and the rest. So there's a cohort that meets on Sunday, I think health, tech, and law. So that's what happened. What happened was that they fixed the session for Sunday, and somehow I missed it, and that's why it happened the way it happened. So sorry about that. I'm coming. Let me see if I can share my screen from this side because I think I have to admit on this side. Okay, I think you can see my screen now. I apologize for how it is right now. It's not supposed to be like this. Okay, I think we can manage this pending. Okay, so please just give me 2 minutes. Sorry, excuse me. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. All right. Thank you. Sorry for the movement. Okay. All right. So thank you all for being patient. I'm so sorry. Today was quite a dramatic day. So let me just say about my day so that maybe. How was your day, first of all? How was your day? Let's start like that. This one that kept you people waiting. How was your day? How was your day? Oh, how was your day? I don't even use this thing, so I don't really know how the charts work. But let me see. Oh wow. Okay. Hmm. Funny. Funny. I don't know where to check for charts. So okay, wait, it should be here now. I should be able to see charts here. I don't know why this thing is showing like this week. Anyway, my day went well. Okay. Also, okay, I'm seeing your charts now. I was so surprised too, and I was wondering what was happening. Me hearing a court case. Oh, my day went well. It's Mother's Day. Hey, like somebody sent me a Mother's Day message, and in my mind, I was like, I thought last week was Women's Day, then this week is Mother's Day. I don't understand. Like today is Mother's Day, and last week was Women's Day. Like, am I right? Okay. My day was really stressful. That's okay. Yeah, today is Mother's Day. I'm mothering Sunday in some churches. Yes, now women should even celebrate it every day of the week. Last because I know last week was International Women's Day. So when I got a message, Happy Mother's Day, I was thinking, is it that this person is just celebrating me as a person? But I was like, oh, March is all about women. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry. As in, so happy Mother's Day, everyone, and happy International Women's Day to everyone also. Um, oh my God. Okay, happy Mother's Day to you too. Yeah, so my own day was not even about mothers. I don't know. So I was a bit like I had uh my husband's dad's birthday was celebrated today. And then after the celebration, we now had to go home. So as you see me like this, I've carried load, I've washed plates, I've done all my wife duties today. So from doing the wife duty, assisting, being um that good daughter-in-law, then I had to now start coming, and then I had to now leave and come and had to start doing all these ones. After doing this, then they just came, so I had to rush to open the gate. So, because I told the people, I think I told you during the first that I don't have a help anymore. So that's why I stood up. Actually, I stood up to open the gate for them. Daughter-in-law goes, yes. So that's what happened to me today. I had to be washing plates, serving guests, serving food, removing their plates, washing their plates. So that's what I was doing. So if you see that my eyebrows are not arranged and all, it's because I was doing daughter-in-law stuff. So thank you all for joining, and I apologize for the movements. Like I said, my other team are having the mentorship program, and that's why I delegated it to them. So I don't usually know like how they set up, but somehow it clashed. So today, like we usually do, most times, like our session for today is supposed to last for 2 hours and 10 minutes for welcome. I think I've taken all the welcome talking about mother-in-law's duties. No, daughter-in-law's duties, which I've been doing throughout today. And well, let me just say it. I wish for like those of you that want to be daughter-in-laws this year, to good families, I pray that your own will happen this year. And for those that are not ready this year, that want next year, I also pray that your own will happen next year. So as you wish, receive your own daughter-in-law package. Yes, so 2 hours in total. Picture type. I don't know about this picture time because I don't know how I'm going to remove this thing and put it back. Everything here is confusing to me. It's not confusing by God's grace. Okay. So picture time, presentation, open conversation, and all that. Mariam has already put her picture on. Please, you can still snap yourself and me. I think it will still be nice. Let me see your full face now because I'm only seeing your eyes. She has put it off. Okay. Oh, hi, Debbie. Okay. So I'm going to move over to who the mentorship is for, which you already know. It's for women of all ages. And the purpose for this is majorly to guide, mentor, transfer knowledge, value, skills, strategies as I have. So I don't claim to know everything, but the one I know, I would actually try to pass as much as I can. The goal is to guide women to be skilled, confident, and impactful. And today might be more informal than other days. And the reason is because I'm in that headspace of, so that's why. So now I'm going to just say that for the people who missed the January session, I think it would be good for you to just go on YouTube, watch it. You never know. You might see you might listen to, you might hear something that might be of value to you. Because there I talked about my journey. I talked about how to even start becoming a confident, skilled, and an impactful woman. I talked about it there. I also talked about how you can start, which is first by introspection, then your mindset, having to renew your mindset, and deciding to become somebody like that, your corresponding action. And then for the February session, it was on emotional intelligence, boundaries, relationship management, and all. So please just go on YouTube and watch it. And then for those who have not filled the testimonial, I encourage you to do so because that's how you encourage me sincerely. Like some of us that you see, most of us, like we have our good days, we have our bad days, we have our doubts and all. So doing this stuff, I need your encouragement. And that's why I appeal that if you are not feeling the testimonials after the session, that's not right. All right. So please, this is a safe space. As you know, I usually share and I don't hold back. I try to hold back like in calling like the names of people, but on my own, like I try to share. So if you have anything to share, please feel free to also share. I'm also growing, and I believe that as we are here, there are several people doing several amazing things here. So you can also continue growing while we all grow together. Nobody is here to judge you. They are reading assignments that I've been sending via emails, the same books. So please let me know if you have not read the book. So I want to believe that everybody here have read the books, but if you have not read the books, just write in the chat, I have not read the books. If you have not read it, yeah, I haven't read it. I would have asked what we learned from the last session, but I believe we learned something, so I'm not going to stay there. We're supposed to take pictures now. What I would do is, okay, let's just put our cameras on. And then for those who understand how to take their pictures, please take your pictures and then please send it to me via email. Just take a picture of the screen, send it to me via email, please. I will appreciate it. Thank you. I haven't read the book. That's Regina. Okay. Just joining today. Oh, nice to meet you. Okay, yes, I saw your name, Regina Okoro. I saw your name on the Excel sheet. Nice to meet you for coming. Please try to read. Please let's mute ourselves. So if you unmute here, me, I don't know how to. Okay, so let's take our pictures and let's go ahead. Okay, so thank you, Sholaja, for putting your camera on. Okay, so career growth. Let's start like this. Please, I would like you to just feel free to type in the chat as we continue. So I'm going to ask a question before we start. And my question is, if someone met you today and asked, what do you do? Would your answer reflect the career you truly want or just the job you currently have? So let's answer that. If somebody met you today and asked you, what do you do? Would your answer reflect the career you truly want or the job you currently have? How would you answer? Let's start from there. How would you answer? Just the job I currently have, the career I truly want to. Okay. You know something that is funny? Before I started this job that I have now, when you ask me the job I currently have, when you ask me, hi Juliana, what do you do? I would introduce myself like, I'm an IP lawyer, an entertainment lawyer. I founded Gypsy. We have done this. Some of this stuff is on. So I would like introduce myself like that. But, sorry. So I would introduce myself like that. But I now realize that when I got this job that I got, I started introducing myself and then calling the name of my organization. So I don't know, I think somehow like I now switched. And after a while I was thinking, I'm like, why am I introducing myself and the name of my organization? Why am I not just introducing myself and who I am? Like, okay, this is Juliana, this is my profession. Why am I adding the place where I worked? So I'm just saying, like, these are the different transitions that have happened for me. I'm not sure why. Maybe I think it adds some kind of value, and maybe that's why. I was seeing your charts, and then okay, let me just continue. I'll look at it. Then, how many of us? Okay, because you are proud of where you are working. Okay, most likely the job I currently have, depending on who's asking and why, or a job I have done, not the one I currently have at all entirely. Then Choma said the job I currently have because it's taking me to where I want to be. Nice. The name. Okay. Job I currently have. So you know how we go to university, especially here in Nigeria, and then maybe you want to study law, and then they gave you maybe a different course, maybe psychology, CRS, zoology, and all. And then I don't know who's calling me. I don't know who this person is. And then they now give you like a different kind of job. Sorry, like a different kind of course. And then you're thinking like, by the time you're not introducing yourself, you're like, my name is Juliana and I'm studying. And I wanted to study law, but they gave me CRS. So I think like some of us, like we finish school and then we are not really doing what we want to do. We are doing what we found available to us. Now, today I went for my father-in-law's birthday, like I told people. And while they were celebrating his birthday, they were also celebrating the, how would I put it? My husband's sister is a doctor and she just became a consultant. And she also just got a promotion to become like a director in the hospital. So they were doing like the merging of the celebrations together. And during the celebration, she said something. She said when she went to the university, instead of spending like the years that her mates were spending, she spent 10 years because her university was not accredited. And then by the time she spent that time and she came out and she now joined like a clinic or a hospital and all that, she was hoping to then go and start her residency, I think. But what now happened is that they did not release her to go and do her residency. And so instead of going immediately for her residency, she spent another 10 years doing her residency. So she had planned that at 30, 35, she was already going to have gone for a residency, work towards being a consultant and all that. Now she's like maybe 47, but the way it happened is now she's a consultant, and she also did like a promotion exam, which I think very few of them passed, and now she's a director. So did she finally have her heart desire? Yes, but it didn't come within the time frame that she had in mind for it to come. And the reason why I'm saying this is just to encourage whoever is in this place. Like, you may have set like goals for yourself, like, okay, at this age, from this age to this age, I'll finish university. From this age to this age, I'll be working here. From this age, I'll be doing this. By this age, I would have finished giving birth to all my children. At this age, I'll be traveling around the world. You know how we used to imagine things for ourselves, yes. But I just want to encourage you, which is not part of our discussion, but just to encourage you that even though what you planned for yourself is not necessarily going exactly the way you thought it was going to go, let this testimony of this, my sister-in-law, just be an encouragement to you, because despite all the delays, like I think like just if you want to count it, like she had almost like 20 years delay. Not like 20 years, maybe less or more, I don't know, but the thing is that she's actually celebrating today because she did not give up. If she gave up today, she wouldn't be a consultant, and she wouldn't be a director. And I remember that she was saying something today that some of her mates, they finished and their husbands already have side chicks and everything, but she was thanking her husband that during this stressful period he stayed with her, and now they are all celebrating together. So let's just trust, and let's not give up in our career growth, because some people will tell you something like, oh, can you really have it all? Can you have your career? Because I remember there was a time that I was like still pushing on my career, which I'm still pushing. And I was pushing on several things. I was pushing on trying to sort it out. And somebody met me and he was like, okay, do you think that you can pursue as in like giving birth to your children, and you also have your career and all that? Do you think you can have it all? And I told him, yes, I can have it all by the grace of God. Because there's sometimes I think that some women, like, we make a lot of sacrifices and we give up too early. There was something that my husband put for us to watch Friday nights, and there was a woman who was a high flyer. She got married to a man who was just like a middle kind of guy. And by the time she gave birth to her first child and she gave birth to her second child, when she gave birth to her first child, she now had to stay at home because they decided that she would stay at home and take care of the child while the husband would be working. So she started staying at home after she gave birth to her first child. And then the husband was working, he started succeeding. She gave birth to her second child. So they now went to see the therapist, and what she was basically complaining about was that she was a high flyer and all before she got married, and then now she's married, and it's like she doesn't understand what her life is about. And even the husband that was not really a high flyer before, now he's a high flyer. Most times, even when he comes home, he doesn't really have her time or the time of the children. He's just answering calls, he's on his laptop, he's working and all that. They have different rooms. So it's just like she's just wasting away, and that was how she felt. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't make it for our family, but for me, what I did was, even at those points where I was pregnant and I was giving birth to my children, because I have 3 children actually. I have a child that is 9 years old, I have a child that is 7 years old, I have a child that is 5 years old. So when I was giving birth to all my children, I remember that during like my pregnancy, sometimes I would be so weak that to even do anything was very, very difficult. I would be feeling sleepy. Sleeping during pregnancy, it was as if somebody dashed me a sleeping pill or something. I don't know, but I was just feeling sleepy. I couldn't really control why I was feeling sleepy when I was pregnant. So what I did was, that's the reason why I had that accountability document. So I had just one goal when I was pregnant. And that goal was, I will show up with a flyer online about intellectual property. I will just use all the power that I can come up with. I would design a flyer and I will post the flyer. If I finish posting the flyer, I will sleep. So I will just wake up, I'll eat, I'll try to clean the house or something. I'll just use my strength because I have to read something to be able to come up with the post. I'll really come up with the post. I'll post, when I finish posting it, I'll sleep. So I was usually feeling that if I have to talk to a client, I would, but I was usually feeling sleepy during my pregnancies. So, but why I chose to do that one thing during my pregnancy, and as I gave birth and I was juggling children and all, was because I did not want to go to the minds of my clients or off the mind of people that were following my progress because I was pregnant. Now, for some people as women, like by the time like we're pregnant or we give birth, it's like we've gone, we will just disappear. So let's assume that somebody is following you, maybe you're active online, because not every woman is active online. But for me, you know that there are different ways people show up for themselves. I used to say, like, I have a sister in a different in-law, not the one that is a doctor. I have another in-law that is in the industry. And you would necessarily not see her online. That's why I say that we should know ourselves. For me, I have to think that for me, I have to stay online. I have to stay visible. I have to stay, and most of the things that have come to me in the place of visibility for me. So you have to think, like, for me, do I have to be visible? It's part of my strategy, visibility. It might not be your strategy. Now, my sister-in-law, her strategy is to be the best academically what she is. And then when she's the best academically, people will then make her offers. So what she does is, when she was in the university, she came out as overall best. With that result as overall best, she got opportunities. When she went to law school, she came out as best. So when she like took like maybe 1 or 2 awards in law school or something like that. So what happens for her is she does not need to be visible online. Her own career growth is hinged on being like the smartest academically in the room. And she's also like smart and all. So for her, like that is her own pathway to her own success. So you wouldn't see her posting online the way I'm posting online. But for me, I know that part of what helps me is being visible online. So you have to know what works for you. And that's the reason why, for example, now, if she's pregnant, she might not need to post online because even when she's not pregnant, she doesn't, like, I don't think, if you should check her Instagram handle, she does not have any picture on Instagram. Even the name that she has on Instagram is not her name. She just uses it to just go around Instagram, but that's to tell you she doesn't post. On LinkedIn too, she doesn't post, but she's working with a very good energy firm. She travels where she wants to travel. Now, that's what, so her strategy to career success is that, and I remember when she was telling me about her story and how she moved to where she is. She used to be with a law firm and they had a client, which was this energy firm. And by the time she had worked with them for a while, I think they made an offer to somebody and the person could not join them. So the person reached out to her that, will you be interested in joining us? And she was like, oh yes, because at that time she was already thinking of moving. And that's how she moved. And when she went for her interview with the owner of the firm, he just told her that, see, I've looked at your CV. Somebody that has first class definitely knows what they are doing and has the discipline that is required for this particular role. So I don't need to interview you. When do you want to start? And that's how she started her role. So for me, how I got my own role was due to my visibility in my field and the contribution that I was making to my field. So that's the reason why even when I'm pregnant, when I give birth, during my nursing, my babies and all that, I still remain visible because I know that for me, that's what works for me. So I would like to ask you, can you write in the screen what works for you? And this is drawing from introspection. So I've shared how my career has worked for me. What works for me? For me is visibility and contribution to my field. For my sister-in-law, it's been like the best in her field. There might be other things that work for different people. So I'd like us to just quickly put in the chat, what do you think? So I've shared my story. For you, like in your own career, what do you think is an edge that you have that works for you, that helps you to open doors, to start conversations, that helps network? Visibility and referrals. Okay, great. Thank you, Regina. Referrals, perfect. Okay, visibility and referrals. Miriam said visibility. It's important that you know what works for you. Because, for example, now, like, even when my sister-in-law sees me posting, there's sometimes that she just laughs because for her, she doesn't post. But she will make sure. There was another person, excellent delivery and referrals, Obioma, Oshe. There was another person that I was talking to, quality of work, Massa, quality of work, good. Please be unmuted, kindly mute too, because I will not be able to find you. Okay. Okay, I've seen the person. All right. So I think of what works. Okay, but I guess just applying to what I know I can do. Okay, visibility and contribution to my field. I'm not really sure what works. I think visibility would be great, but prior to now, I've explored doing my best and being referred for it. Okay, visibility and contribution to my field, experience and good results. Okay, let me share the story of another woman that I know. Now, this woman, I was asking her because she's a high flyer, and I was asking her, like, what's the secret to this your high flying life? I beg, please carry a sister along. How are you flying high? I want to fly high. I'm a student, so I'm still figuring it out. But so far, I just apply for some roles and I get them. Oh, nice. Favor surrounds you like a shield. Nice. All right. For me, I second guess all my moves a lot. And so I make sure to surround myself with friends that are equally excellent and snap me out of it and push me to take steps and apply for things. Nice. So I was telling you about this lady. So she was just saying, like, so I was just telling her, I was like, you're a high flyer. How are you doing this thing? How are you doing this thing? Show a sister a road now. Show us how you are doing this thing. So she now said that, so I now asked her that, how is she who she is? How is she doing what she's doing? And she told me, it's the grace of God. Oh, it's the grace of God. I say, this is our grace of God. Me too, am I not doing this grace of God? How are we doing this? So another day, I was now having a conversation with her. Although I was happy with what she said, and the reason why I was happy was, sincerely, I was not expecting her to answer, it's the grace of God. That was the last answer that I was expecting. Because you know, some people, like when you ask them, how are you a high flyer? How are you doing what you're doing? Like they'll give you some kind of responses that when you go back home, even sleep safe will be harding you. Being able to effectively carry out all roles assigned to me, nice. So when I now asked her, how are you able to be a high flyer? Like help another lady. She now said, it's the grace of God. I said, top. Maybe true. Let me go and hold this grace. So what now happened was, another day I was discussing with her, and I was just telling her, see, I have this role, and with this role, sometimes I feel like I don't even have sense because I'm trying to figure out what to do, how to do it. Sometimes that I'm so confused, I don't even know. I'm like, do I still even have sense? Do you know that there's sometimes that there's some roles that sometimes they will now give you some tasks and you will not be asking yourself. Like there was a time that I legitimately started asking myself, like I was asking my husband, I said, is it that everybody that I've known in my life have been lying to me that I'm intelligent. Maybe I don't have sense, but they've been lying to me that I'm intelligent. And now it's now like it's now open to the public. He was not like, why will you think that you don't have sense? Is it because they gave you this tax and you're still trying to figure it out? You now think that you don't have sense. I was not thinking that, do I even have sense at all? So he was not like, I know the one that did this thing. I know the one that did this thing. You know, say someone that can do this. You don't tell me that these things that you've done, you don't have sense. Or okay, so your father lied to you, your mother lied to you, I'm lying to you, everybody that you've met have lied to you. So I think I was still in that place of thinking, do I have sense? Do I not have sense? When I met her again, that's that woman that said it was by the grace of God. So I met her again and I said, see, this thing's confusing me. I don't know if I actually have sense. So she now told me that what she does in her job roles, because she changes jobs and she changes it to better jobs. So she was not like, what she does is when she enters into a place, she will make sure that she will do excellent work. She will do so much good work that the whole department will be resting on her shoulder. Like people will be leaving their work for her. Everybody will be leaving their work. She will be doing their work. She will be doing everybody's work. She will just take over the whole department on her shoulder. She will take it so much that they will need her in the organization. Like they would like need her. Like if this lady is not here, nothing can really work. That's how she will become so useful to the department. Then at that point, when she's now so indispensable to the organization, then at that time, if she needs to travel or she needs like a 2 days break or something, once she tells her boss, like, okay, yes, you can have it, because they want her to be in the right frame of mind to deliver. So she said that has always been her own edge. You understand? So when I read some people saying excellent delivery, delivering on task, I'm like, okay, yes, because for some people, that's actually like their strategy. So I think it's important that we know what our edge is in the career space, because sometimes, if you don't know what your edge is in the career space, you might be discouraged sometimes, or some people might want to put you down, especially if you're working with people, because the workplace is very, I don't know how to put it, like there are good people, there are bad people, there are ugly people, there are kind people, there are wicked people, there are hardworking people, there are lazy people, there are backstabbers, there are just different types of people. So you have to really understand yourself so that even when things are happening in the workplace, you don't get so overwhelmed or like try to carry everything on your head. So okay, let me accept somebody and then go ahead. Okay, so I'm going to move on to, okay, this is like an introduction, which we may not need now. I thought to look for the definition of career. A career is the long-term journey of a person's work, learning, and professional development over time. It includes the different jobs, roles, education, and experiences a person gains throughout life. A career is not just one job. It is the path a person builds through skills, growth, and opportunities. It often reflects a person's interests, values, talents, and goals. You know, the thing is, there are some times that you don't know that, because there's sometimes that things will happen and you'll be like, oh, I'm so scattered. In my career, I'm so scattered. What I really wanted to do was this thing, but now I'm doing something else that is not really what I really wanted to do. I don't even know, because I was talking to somebody, actually, one of my sisters. So I was talking to her and she was like, I don't know, like, what will I say I am right now? Because I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. It's as if I'm just scattered around and all that. But the thing is that if you actually sit down with a career coach, or you even just sit down with yourself, you'll be surprised that there is a thread that can flow across everything that you have done. And there will be like a beautiful thing that can come out of everything. And I'm saying this for somebody that might just be feeling like, oh, I think I am so scattered in my career line. Maybe today I'm baking, tomorrow I'm doing events, next tomorrow I'm doing beads, next tomorrow I'm doing hats, next tomorrow I'm doing ushering job. As in, you just feel like everything is just scattered. The truth is that if you really sit down and check, there might be a way to knit everything together. So for me, I think I used to sing, I did music, I did ushering jobs, I did admin work, I even did teaching. I taught for a while. Then I started my company. I had an NGO, or I still have an NGO. And so there are several things that I've done. I've volunteered and all that. But then I've done several courses. I can't even count how many courses I've done because I just do it like maybe between last month and this month, I may have done maybe 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know, but because I don't count. And I don't even add the certificate to my CV. I just go, I listen, I do the tests, I just download the certificate, I just drop it. So I don't even add them to my CV. I'm just trying to tell you that I do lots of courses, like things I want to learn about. I just go, I get a course, I do it. So all these things, like the summation of everything that you do, your courses, your different jobs that you've done and all that, all those things are things that will come together and give you a beautiful profile. And you'll be surprised that that thing that you are looking down on, that might even be what will now even be an edge for you in your career and all that. So career growth. Okay, so here are common types of careers explained simply for a mentorship or masterclass concept. So I'll tell you something. I'm not an expert in this career, in the different types of career, but I studied it. And they said something like a linear career. That's a career path where a person progresses upward within the same field or organization over time. So I've seen some people that they can do like their whole 35 years in a particular organization. They'll stay in that organization, they'll be rising until they retire. That's like a linear kind of career. So maybe from an intern to an officer to manager, director, executive, or a banking professional moving from graduate trainee, relationship manager, branch manager, regional manager, or university lecturer progressing to assistant lecturer, just like that, lecturer, senior lecturer, professor, and all that. So some people, they have this type of career. But for some people, it's a boring kind of career for them, especially, I don't know, but I think Gen Z. But like this whole thing about just being in one place over and over and over for a long time. But if it's a good, place where you are working, it might not be a problem. For example, now, if somebody gets a job in UN now, they might not mind just growing like that. But for some people, they might not like it. So it depends on what's ahead, but this is like a linear kind of career. And then there's a specialist kind of career, a career focused on deep expertise in one specific area or skill. So for example, now, when I say I'm an IP lawyer, I'm an entertainment lawyer, like I'm in that niche, like that specialization, a surgeon, in cardiology, a data specialist. So for some people, their own career is that they just specialize in one thing and then they build it. Now, there's somebody that my former boss, he was telling me something, and he was saying that specialization, especially in a rare field, can be very lucrative. So he was saying that there was somebody that I think was a specialist in, I think, traditional knowledge, and then like whenever they need someone to speak on that, they would always call that person. So the guy was always traveling from one country to the other, one program to another, one event to another, like he was just on the move. And the only reason why he was on the move was because he was a specialist. Now, even if you see consultants, there's sometimes that consultants too are on the move, like medical consultants, like they can be attending they can be needed in different hospitals. Maybe they'll go to this hospital or twice in a week, they'll go to this hospital, they'll go, and maybe theirs is just maybe heart surgery or brain surgery or spinal cord or something, and they can go to different countries, different hospitals, different states. There are some that will even be in another state. When they have a problem, they will now fly the person to that state to conduct the surgery, and that's because they are specialists. So for some people, that's the kind of career that they want. They don't even want to be in any organization. They don't want to, they just want to be a specialist, and then different people struggle and hustle for them. So some people, they work like that. And if that's what you think works best for you, that's also fine. Then a portfolio career, from my research too, is a career where a person combines multiple roles or income streams instead of relying just on one job. So for example, a professional who is a consultant, an author, a speaker, a board advisor, or like a creative who is a graphic designer, photographer, digital content creator. So they do multiple professional activities. So for me, I would say that maybe I can be here to an extent because I have a job, I have a business. Some of us that not like a business because it's like still most of the things I do are impact based. So it's mostly giving back, mostly free. So when you people were logged in before and you saw what was going on, that's a mentorship program. So the one that was going on now, that people joined in the Zoom call, is health, tech, and law. So that's also something that is going on. The foundation I have, Stammer Foundation, for people who stammer, that's also going on. They hold their monthly programs. It goes on. I have books, I have songs, I have several things that I do. I think I'm a restless person. So it's based on that restlessness that I do what I do. So just know the kind of person that you are. But one thing I've been able to do, I've been able to string what I do together to fit like my own person and all that. So for some people, they're entrepreneurs, a part that's focused on building businesses, ventures, or organizations rather than working primarily as an employee. So you know what works best for you. I saw some that were quite new to me about a boundaryless career, and it was like a flexible kind of career where they are mobile, they can work for different people, and it's also similar to this protein career where people can work for different organizations, different places, they can move around. So it's based on their values and all that. So you can study more about it, and those also in the public service. So it's just good to know what your own kind of career personality is. So definition of career growth. Career growth refers to the process of developing and advancing in one's professional life through gaining of new skills, like I said, experience, responsibilities, and opportunities over time. So sometimes, like I told you, when I first started my job, there are some days when I'll feel like, okay, do I actually have sense? But after a while, when I started understanding the work culture, understanding what was going on, learning different things, I now started getting used to it. So from when I started till now, like I'm not where I used to be. So that's somebody that's growing in the career, and now I can apply for something else. I can function better. So the aggregate of the experiences that we have and all that is part of what forms our career. The professional programs we go for, the trainings we go for, all these things add up to what we do. So it involves improving knowledge, expanding professional abilities, increasing influence or impact, and progressing to higher or more meaningful roles within a industry. Career growth may also include promotion, leadership roles, professional recognition, salary increase, or the ability to take on more complex and valuable work. So about something about promotions, like for some people that are in this kind of linear kind of jobs, in the sense that, okay, from this stage to this stage, they anticipate promotion and they want promotions. While some people, they don't wait for promotions. When they think they need a change, they apply somewhere else and they move. But some people, they wait and they get their promotion. So it depends on what appeals best to you. Leadership roles, for some people, they shy away from leadership roles. Like, if you want to make them a leader in the place, they're like, no, 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 I don't want. I prefer to just be on the background. Like, I prefer not to be in front of people's faces. While some people, they're like, okay, bring it on. I like this leadership responsibility. Professional recognition. You know that for some people that you see them on maybe Forbes, like, I'm not saying Forbes, but you see them like being recognized by this, by that, by that. Some people, they submit their own names. Like, you see this in, like, they will be recognizing 30 women across Africa. They will use their hand and submit their own name. And then all of a sudden they are being recognized. And you now, you're seeing them being recognized. You cannot sleep because you're like, oh, my friend is always being recognized. Me, nobody's even recognizing me. Instead of you to be complaining, go on your phone and type all these people that recognize people. Look for when they are submitting. Submit your own name and your CV so that they recognize you. Because that's also a way of adding value to your profile and all. Because there's sometimes that maybe if like they are looking for speakers and all, when they're saying she was a one time, this, a two times, this, a three times. The reason why they are calling that person for those speaking roles is because they believe that the person was a one time, two time, three time. And the thing is, you can also be a one time, two time, three time, but because you've not taken the opportunity to go and check and apply for yourself, or even if you can apply for yourself, you can tell your friend to apply for you. You know, I learned this thing, I think, during COVID-19. There was a course that I attended, and she said, see, if you want them to recognize you, it's not a big thing. No. Right? You can just go now and research. Let's assume you want to research 30 women organizations that used to recognize women doing amazing things. I tried it though. I actually tried it. She now said, research them, write them out, and then write to them, send them your profiles, tell them what you do. If they usually interview people, tell them that this is your profile, these are the things you've done, and you would like them to interview you. If they don't interview people and they write articles about people, tell them that you are open for an interview. If they don't write an article about you, if they feature people, like all this featuring, I don't know how they do it, they can feature you. If they celebrate women, like on Women Month, you can submit, and then they can, when they celebrate you, only you will now edit your CV and put that's your profile. You will now put celebrated as a leading lady, as a she win this, as a she that. When you finish putting, nobody will come and knock on your door and say, are you the one that applied, or did they find you by mysterious circumstance? No, you are the one that applied, but nobody will know. So for people that, so this is just like a backstory. So for some people that have always been seeing other people celebrated online, like you see when they put women and you are feeling somehow, just go and research. For example, now Forbes under 30, Forbes under 40, over 50, under 50, or all those people that under 50 or under 40. Just go research about them and see how they do it, and then see if you can apply and get it, so that you too, you can have things that you can put on your profile. So that's for professional recognition. If you are a lawyer, you can join your MBA. If you're a doctor, you can. So just join your own professional stuff. And salary, for some people, is not even about anything. Just increase my salary. If you like, give me promotion. If you like, don't give me promotion. If you like, recognize me under 30, not under 30. Just increase my salary, I'm okay. I don't even want any of this thing that you're talking about. So you're the one that know what you want for yourself. You're the one that know what appeals to you. So it's achieved mostly through continuous learning. Like I told you, I said, for me, like I do courses like water, like I just do courses and I don't even know which one I've done. I do lots of courses. So learn, join organizations that teach. So it's through continuous learning experience, networking. For example, there was something I went for last year. Was it last year? No, this year. And sorry, when I went for it, I remember that I met somebody, and after I met him, we didn't even talk much because it was a crowded place. But after we talked for a while and we're leaving, I just asked him to send me like the pictures that we took. He sent it to me, and then I told him, "Oh, thank you very much. By the way," so you see, I sent him like, it was like, "Oh, these are the pictures we took." He sent it to me because of the table we sat, and then he sent me the picture. I said, "Oh, thank you very much. By the way," and I went, got my impressive profile, and I've never met this person before, and I sent him my profile. And then I said, just in case something comes up and you think that you would like to involve me, this is my, and it was like, "Oh, great, thumbs up." Matter ended. All of a sudden, 2 days after, he now sent me a message that, "Oh, there is this organization that is about blah blah blah, and they need a board member and all that. Would you be interested?" You can imagine. It just came because, first of all, I had a profile and I was ready to pitch myself. Sometimes, as women, we are afraid to shoot our shots. Every time we don't want to shoot our shots. We will not shoot our shots in career place. We will not shoot our shots even in our house with our own husband. If you're not shooting your shots, who will shoot your shot for you? Please, oh, as long as it's godly, push yourself, talk about yourself. I remember when I first started, oh my God, I would just be talking about what I can do and all that. There's sometimes that people would laugh at me like, "You're always," but I had to talk about it so that it can register in my mind that, "Oh, I'm this, I'm the founder of this, I've trained them out of this." I was just talking about it. And with time, it started making sense. But some people will own something and you are even ashamed of what you own. Like, I don't understand. If you know that you will not be bold enough to talk about your company, then why did you register the company? I don't understand. Or you have a business and you're ashamed to talk about your business. You stand up, they ask you, "What do you do?" Everybody introduce yourself. And then you stand up and you are not ready to introduce yourself. You are not saying anything meaningful. And you register the company. Okay, so why did you register the company in the first place? So you must believe in yourself. You must believe in what you have started. Although there's sometimes that if where you're working, the demands that you have some level of privacy, then I can understand. For example, like I said, I grew up with a dad that was in the paramilitary. And I remember then they'll tell you, when they ask you where your father works, what do you answer? We'll say civil servants. Where? Civil servant. It's really like we don't have sense, but that was the answer. Anything you ask from now to tomorrow. My father, civil servant. That's how we used to answer. So at that one, you can understand that, okay, it's because it requires privacy. But if your job does not say, okay, you have to be private, then why will you not sell yourself? Why will you not talk about yourself? Even though you don't know how to package your profile, you can ask ChatGPT to package it for you. So let me move on, because I want to believe that everybody here, like, packaging yourself is the least of your worries, because the way I'm seeing the names here, even the names are very touched. So what does career growth mean to you? Is it a right a hair now? Meter, favor? Yes. Why people laughing? You part touch. Yes. So what does career growth mean to you? Let us answer that. Is it a raise in your pay? Is it an increase in your value? Is it more opportunities, more visibility, or all of the above? Like, what is career growth to you? Like, my own, I don't just increase my salary. That one is my career growth, just increase my salary. Or you're saying more opportunities, more visibility, or you're saying more strategic work in my place of more opportunities, more visibility. That's good, Marian. So they don't need to increase your salary. You just need more opportunities, more visibility. Okay, more opportunities. Marian, yes. I think all of the above. Okay, career growth to me is everything. No, okay, all of the above. Oh, you know me to favor more increase in value and opportunities. Talk sincerely. You want more money, yes, but you don't also want to be in a place where you have more money, but it's as if you're not adding value to the organization. Sure, you know that there's some organizations that will just say, okay, in this organization, we have all whites. We need a black in this organization. And then they now get a black person. When they get the black person, they are not taking the person's initiative, they are not taking the person's advice, nothing. They just want it to be that in their documentation, there's a black person. Or they'll say, okay, everybody on this board is a man, we need a woman. We just need a woman. Then they get a woman, they put a woman. The woman is not contributing to the discussion, she's not contributing to anything. Everything they say is, I concur. And then they are paying her sitting allowance and all that. So if it's about the money, then she'll be okay with the money. But there's something more than just sitting down in a place or receiving salary or receiving this without necessarily adding value. You also want to, as much as you're receiving the money, you also want to be respected for adding value to an organization. Like, I don't know about you, but for me, like, I want to also add value where I am. And I think that's how we should be. Yes. So I thought it would be nice to determine how to determine your career path. So step one, who am I? So you can reflect on that. What are my strengths? What are my skills? What am I naturally good at? What do people often praise me for? What are my values? There was a man that I met, not a man, I think he was my supervisor, one of my lecturers. And he was saying something that he had a job with an international organization. And they were asking him to do some things that were against his values. I will not say exactly what it was, but he did not believe in it. And he didn't want to now be the head of the programs that will be driving that thing. And he tried to negotiate, maybe moving to a different department or something, and he couldn't really move. So he now had to resign because it was not in alignment with his values. So the thing is that for some people, they might have that dream job, but the thing that they're supposed to do, maybe as job transitions, is something that is against their value, and then they decide, okay, no, I don't want to do this anymore. So you also have, so you have to consider your strengths, your skills, your values, your interest, your passion, and then your personality and your working style. Am I more analytical? Am I more creative? Am I more people focused? Am I detail oriented? You know, there are different kinds of people like that. There was somebody I used to work with. The lady is detail oriented in the sense that you would have worked on something and you think that that thing is good. And then you send it to her and she would start, it's as if she's using knitting, that thing they used to knit, that, I don't know what they call those people that used to knit. You know, those traditional knitting, when they will put needle like this, they will draw it out. That's how she will be combing through everything like that. She's detail oriented actually. So I have a sister that I think has that skill also. And recently she even received an award. And I asked her, like, when I went to see her, I was like, congrats on your award. Why do you think you received this award? Because they are saying, your department, why is it that you received the award? And she said that she asked her boss, and her boss told her that because she's very analytical and she pays attention to detail. So that's it. For some people, they are not so detail oriented, but they are very creative and they think out of the box. So when people are stuck and they don't know what to do anymore, those people, once they come into the meeting, they're like, but you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. They just open everything up and it will be like, my God, like, is it that the rest of us here, we're not thinking or what? So I think I'm more of that kind of person. Like, I can think out of the box. I can think more out of the box than that knitting kind of detail-oriented kind of thing. So first of all, you have to think about that. And that will also help you in deciding what type of career fits you best. Then two, explore opportunities. Where can I go? So research industries and roles. So for example, one of the ways that you can research industries and roles is you can check for somebody that you admire, that you like what the person is doing, right? When you check for that person, go to the person's LinkedIn profile, open it, open their career history, start checking for all the things that they've done so that you can mirror it. Sorry, then go to their job, sorry, their education profile. Look at all the courses that they've done, all the master's program, all the certifications, and see if you can mirror it. That's one of the ways of getting guidance. So there's some people that you admire that you might never be able to meet. But if you go to their profiles, you may be able to try to see how you can mirror what they're doing, and it can bring you close or even higher than what they're doing. So research industries, research roles, look at careers that are aligned with your skills and your passions. Then these job shadow or informational interviews, like talk to people that are doing things that interest you. So for example, now, when you see somebody that is doing something that you like, when you have an opportunity to be with that person, try to make it count. Like, ask as much questions as you can. For some people, they would even want to send you like a WhatsApp message or an Instagram message or a LinkedIn message, and they will send you hi, hello. Most times, if you send people hi, hello, they will not respond to you. What you want to do is, if you're sending a message to someone that you admire and you would like the person to be of value to you, what I do, everything I want to say will be in that first message. I don't know how other people do it though, but this is what I do, and it has been working for me. I would greet, and my greeting is not hello. It will be dear Mr. or either dear Mr., dear Miss MS dot, or dear Prof, or dear Ambassador. It will be, I would address them properly. Then I will now say, my name is Juliana Wajimam Obo Joseph. I am an entertainment and sports lawyer. I'm the founder of this, and I currently work as the this with this bracket United Nations. Then I would say something like, thank you for all the great work you do. I've gone through your profile. I've gone through some of the books you've written and blah, 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 blah. And I'm very impressed with what you're doing. Please, I would like you to, I don't know, but I would just basically write something that would appease or that they would like to see. And then when I have that, you know that there's some times that I will send those type of things, and they are the ones that will now tell me, would you like to have a short meeting with me? Thank you very much. They'll set it up, and I'll have like a 30 minutes, 1 hour, sometimes even a 3 hours meeting. Last month, I think I had like a 3 hours meeting with somebody very, 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 very influential. And it was just like a random email that I sent following this same stuff that I told you. So you don't want to just send hello, hi. You want to send something. There's a word coming to my mind, but it's not a like proper English word. So also look at trends and consider sectors with growth and stability. So I'll give you an example with this. I might not be able to complete my slide because I'm just in slide, I think 3 or 4, and I have like 60 something. But I'll just go, and then once it's 6:40 or something, I'll stop. So on something about this, there was somebody that I used to know. He used to work with one of all. He like studied, I think, architecture or all this region planning or all this. I don't know. Is it estate planning, or there's something that they call them, those people that will go to a place and divide it into plots, put like where the road will go, where hospitals will be, where schools will be. So he studied that kind of thing, and he was working with a particular stuff. So what now happened was, he went and got, that was years ago, quantity survey. So he went and got like all these what do they call them? He went to get like years ago, he went to get like a laptop. He studied like all this tech stuff and all that. Then he now came to his organization. Then just few people had that skill. They didn't have the skill. He was the one that had that skill. So they now gave him the job to divide the country, not the country, but the particular place where he was, to divide it, put where this will be, and guess how they were paying him? They were paying him with lands. Like, okay, if you should help us design here, you can take this amount of plots. If you help us design here, you can take this amount of plots. If you help us design. So within a short amount of maybe 1 to 3 years, somebody that was still trying to struggle in life, like he now became very wealthy, like wealthy. He could travel out, his children could travel out, they could school abroad, they could do everything. And it just came with one skill that he had, just one skill. So sometimes, like, even with AI now that is coming, you might look at your organization and you're thinking futuristic. You're saying, okay, everybody in my organization is putting their head into the work. They're just doing just the work. But I'm thinking that the way technology is going, this is what the organization will need in the next, this. And then you're studying with the future in mind. By the time they need somebody like that, then you come up and then you see that all of a sudden, you are no longer on the same playing field with your colleagues. You move way ahead of them because of just that skill that you have. So I think I've explained this. Next is how to determine your career. Okay, 3, align with your goals. What do I want to achieve? Okay, I think we've talked about this. Financial goals, salary, stability, growth potential. You know, there are some positions that you have that would give you salary, it will give you stability, but there is no growth potential. There are some jobs like that. They can tell you, if you want to work here for the next 20 years, you can work here. But we're not going to increase your pay necessarily. We might increase, we might not, as in the increase will be there. You will have that stability, but don't expect any kind of growth. I don't know how to explain it, but those that understand will understand. There are some roles like that. So if it's not in line with, if you are saying, okay, I like the money, but I want to see some kind of growth in my life. But then some is lifestyle goals, flexibility, location, work-life balance. Flexibility in the sense that, okay, I'm just giving birth to my children. I need a job that is maybe remote so that I can be around when my children come back from school. I can prepare their food while I'm working. So you need that flexible job. Some is location. Maybe my husband works here. I cannot be here. I need to be where my husband is, as a woman. Then some is just work-life balance, like you're working till 9, till 10, and you have a family and all that. So you need to know what your goals are. Some is legacy and impact. Do I want to influence, innovate, lead? Some people, they want to be remembered for something. I used to have this, what I say is a fantasy, but I used to believe that I would live my life in a way that maybe even while I'm alive later, or even when I die, like people would come to my house, they will ask my children to please help them with my diaries. They want to scan my life and make a movie of me, write books about me, declare a public holiday because of me, because I've made so much impact, I used to have that kind of mind, like, oh my God. And that's the reason, that's part of the reasons why I started writing. Like that was part of the reasons why I started journaling, because I was like, I need to journal so that when the people that need to write the movie or do all those things about my life, they will not be lacking information about me, they can easily say, oh, this was how her Monday was, this was how her Tuesday was, this was how she lived her life, so that the movie can be sweet or the book can be sweet. Anyway, that is in my mind anyway. But I'm just saying, like, for some people, what they think about is legacy. And part of the reasons why I do what I do, all the mentorship program that I'm doing, is still part of it. It might not really pay financially, but that whole thing about touching the lives of people, to me, I find it interesting. And sometimes my husband will tell me, don't just pack yourself and be busy. You want to do this, help this, help this, help that. You understand? Because sometimes it can be quite, but I like it. So, but not everybody is like that. Do you know that there's some people that have better experiences than I have, but they will never do something like this, because to them, they're like, I beg, I don't have time. I need my Sunday, I need my Saturday, I need to rest and prepare for Monday. It's necessarily not. Somebody was telling me about somebody, and it's a woman, and this woman is doing very well. So the person was telling her, because I'm always disturbing this person, that I think we should mentor people. Because I was telling her, I said, I think we should mentor people. People cannot come into this space and then they are confused. They don't know what to do. I said, people need mentorship. I was just passionate about it. People need mentorship. And this person now told me, I agree with you, no problem. So this person now went to meet this person who is far advanced than I am, and is doing very well as a woman. That, don't you think these people need mentorship so that they can know the ropes, they can know what to do? And the person said, me, I don't have job to give anybody. I don't have power for, and you will not blame the person. He does not have power for that. You understand? So it's not everybody that really, I don't know, let's say, dig this whole legacy and impact. Not everybody, but some people like it. So just try and know what appeals to you. Create a career path. Okay, no. So you can think of your career path like, okay, in the next 1 to 2 years, okay, I have like an entry role, I'm building my skill, I'm taking certifications, attending mentoring programs. From 3 to 5 years, I'll start actively seeking promotion, leadership opportunities, portfolio development, network expansion. In the next 5 years plus, I would like to be strategically positioned for certain kind of roles, influence, mastery, entrepreneurship, executive roles, and all. You understand? So you can start thinking like that. It may not work like that, but at least you have that in mind. Because I'll tell you that sometimes, because we don't really understand some things, we're at entry position, but we're eyeing and we're jealous of somebody at a managerial position. But that person has paid their dues. And the reason why we are jealous is because we don't even know the steps. We just feel, okay, I'm here to conquer. I'm here to conquer. Maybe you will learn first before you conquer. So, and I'm not telling you what has not happened to me too. You understand? Sometimes to tell yourself, Juliana, calm down and learn. You understand? Just calm down and learn. You know, there's some times that you'll be struggling for something, and you're struggling. So I learned something somewhere, and at that time, people will be struggling to get some particular kind of juicy stuff, struggling to travel, struggling, even quarreling, backstabbing, and all those things, to travel, to do things and all. But you know what happened? Within some months, all the people that were struggling to travel and all that somehow found their way out of the organization. Then the person that was not even struggling to travel, that did not even care about anything that was going on with the power players that were fighting, it was not that person that was not traveling everywhere, doing everything. And I stayed where I was, and I was like, my God. So you're telling me that there is truly time and season. Like, I'm not saying that we should not strive to, but when it's time for some things to happen, it will happen. Okay, so I'm going to read, okay, Favor Ochoche ne, mi, Adama. Okay. It's sometimes hard to decide between choosing salary and growing in your career and on a long run personal growth. Okay. How do you manage creating a solid career frame where as age isn't waiting, knowing the age limits of job opportunities in the country? My dear, I'll say our age does not wait for us. That's the truth. The age does not wait. And most times, when you look at some of these job roles, they actually have age tied to them. And there's really nothing you can do about that. But I would say that while you're still working towards your dream stuff, just keep growing on your expertise in something. Because you do not want that your age is moving. And then when you even have the opportunity, you don't have the skill. So I'm not sure I answered this perfectly, but I'll stop there. Step 5, take test stuff and adjust. So take small steps, gain experience, evaluate what you're doing. Seek feedback from mentors, peers, and supervisors. For me, I also seek feedback from my husband. He helps me a lot because he's very diplomatic and he helps me in that career space. Then adjust your plans and your skills as you evolve. Then position yourself, like I said, position yourself, be visible, and try to be influential as much as you can. Commit to growth and lifelong learning, invest in yourself. And when I say invest in yourself, you know that there's some organizations that will take you for trainings and all that. Some organizations will not train, but they expect you to deliver. So at that point, you will be training yourself. You can look for free courses, or if you can pay for yourself. So review what's working for you. So I'm going to ask a question. If I could design my ideal career without limitations, what would it look like in 1 year? What would it look like in 3 years? What would it look like in 5 years? And what is one small step I can take today towards it? For me, I would say that if I can take one step towards what I want to be, it would be to learn another language. I would really, really, really like to learn French because in my organization, many of the people in my organization speak French. Even when I traveled, I remember that at the cafeteria, if I'm even speaking English sometimes, the chefs would need to call someone that will interpret what I'm saying. And it's an organization where everybody should be speaking English, but most of them speak French. So for me, I would say it would be nice for me to speak French. I've tried it. It did not really work. I can understand it more reading than when someone is speaking, but I need to sharpen it more. So I think we should think of, okay, considering where I want to go to, what is one skill that I need that can help me or give me an advantage? So we can think about that. I speak French, ma, and I believe now is really the best time to start, ma. Junior, you speak French. Do you want to help a sister? Please help me. Okay. You know what? I can't speak like my local dialect. So sometimes I used to feel like maybe the reason why I can't speak French is because I can't speak my local dialect and maybe my ears are too strong. But sincerely, oh my God. So important points that women must consider about their career. I'm just going to mention some and I'm going to be fast. Clarity of direction. Please be clear. Be clear about what you want to achieve. Without clarity, it is easy to move from job to job without real progress. Job to job, job to job. And so please try to identify your strengths, your interests, your values. It helps women to make better decisions about education opportunities, professional environments. Clarity also helps women to avoid comparison and focus on their unique paths. Sincerely, if you allow yourself to start comparing yourself with others, you can even give yourself high blood pressure because you are comparing yourself. But if you are focused and you say, this is what I am, this is what I'm doing. You know what? I had somebody reached out to me like years ago and they were like, okay, would you be interested in doing this course? The course was not a bad course, but I just thought, I said, Mio, it's not that the course is a bad course, but right now I want to focus on intellectual property. That's what I want to focus on. Nothing else, just IP, because I want to be because I want to be an expert in this space. So the course is good, but I just want to focus on IP. But now I went back because I registered for it, so I still get their emails. But now I think I'm in a place where I'm now ready to maybe try like that course. So sometimes, like when you have that clarity, it will help you. Next, continuous skill development. I've said that we must continue to grow in that. Then strategic positioning and visibility. Now, hard work alone is not often enough. Women must also learn how to position themselves professionally. Positioning includes building credibility, networking, speaking about your achievements, and being visible in professional spaces. Do you know that it's possible to be doing the work, but you're not visible? If you're doing the work and you're not visible, if you are doing, sorry, someone is calling, I need to cut. If you are doing the work and you're not visible, you'll be surprised that somebody else will be taking advantage of what you're doing, and the person would most likely get a promotion. And the person would get a promotion on what you're doing. Somebody spoke to me and the person told me something. The person said, you need to inform XYZ of what you're doing. If you don't inform XYZ, oh my God, I think I'll wait, let me put my stuff on airplane mode because I don't understand coming. All right. Can you see my screen? Can you see my presentation? Please let me know if you can see my presentation. No, ma. Wait. Oh my, oh my. Oh my, oh my. Oh. Okay. I think I know what's happening. Okay, I think I know what's happening. Oh, I might need to connect back. Sorry, just give me, I just need to join back. And what was I saying before this call that distracted me came in? I'm currently in a field of work, but I find myself being drawn to another field, and I just started my master's program in my current field of work. What do you advise I do? You're in one field now, but you are drawn to another field. Sorry, I'm coming. Oh, okay. Comfort has reminded me. Sorry. Let me share my screen. I'm coming. Okay. Can I still remember how to share screen from this place now? Okay. Start now. Movies. Okay. Am I here? Let's see. Okay, so I'm currently in a field of work, but I find myself being drawn to another field. As I just started my master's program in my current field of work, what do I do? I'm currently in one field, but I'm drawn to another field. I think that we can have side things that we're interested in, but we must understand um first of all, understanding yourself, what you want to be known for. Because there are several things that would come, there are several flashy things that would come. But you can be doing something on the side and seeing how much that interest will last. For example, I think about two years ago, I was interested in succession planning. Now, it had nothing to do with my field, which is IP law, entertainment, and all. Throughout that year, I was studying about it, learning about it, writing about it. But while I was doing it, I was still standing my IP lane. I was still staying on my IP lane strong. But I was just doing that on the side, just for my own fantasy. Not that I was leaving my lane. Because if you mention Juliana, I'm known for IP, entertainment, law, copyright, all those things. People know me for that. So I don't want to confuse people. So I'm still in that IP space, but I'm doing this other stuff just for my own, I don't know, excitement, my own fantasy, what I'm craving at the moment. Truth is, after that year was over, the excitement lifted. Now, this mentorship program that I'm doing, this mentorship program is also an excitement for me. It does not have anything to do with what my office is paying me for. It does not have anything to do with what I'm doing professionally. This one that I'm doing is I don't know how to put it. It's just something that I'm interested in. I don't know what to call it. You understand? It's just inside me. I'm wanting to do something like this. So what am I doing? I'm testing it. And that's why I'm doing it on Sundays. I'm testing it during the weekend. So you might want to find like an outlet for this thing that you think you like. Just find a small way to just test it. You'll be surprised that you might test it for 3 months, 4 months. You might just be like, oh my God, like, you know, when you feel like, for example, let me tell you something. In my house, but we're always taking yogurt. We like yogurt in my house. And we've been taking yogurt. So I've been married for 10 years. We have been taking yogurt since I've got married to my husband. If two of us just want to relax, yogurt. If we just want to gist, yogurt. If we just want to watch a movie, yogurt. When I was all my pregnancies, yogurt. For my, I think my first pregnancy or second pregnancy, I don't know, but I drank yogurt to the point that, okay, yeah, my first pregnancy. When my water broke, I saw yogurt. That's to tell you how I am yogurtarized. But I'll tell you that I think that I might not continue taking yogurt as much, because even on Friday, I and my husband, we sent our children somewhere. So I was like, me, I'm tired, though. You must take me out today, or take me out. I was just disturbing him. He now said, okay, let me take you. Let us go out. And our going out is not any big thing. He said, like, what? He was telling me, should I stop here? Should I buy this one? Should I stop here? I said, I'm not even hungry. Just buy me yogurt. So he now stopped to buy the yogurt. My sister called. She was like, where are you? I said, we just want to buy yogurt. She now said, my sister even told her that if you come to my house, you see yogurt plates, yogurt plates everywhere. So, but you won't believe, for the first time in my life on Friday, I drank that yogurt. The yogurt was so bad. It was so tasteless in my mouth. I was saying to my husband, I said, what type of yogurt is this? Why are people selling yogurt like this? I said, where did this kind of yogurt come from? I felt so bad to the point that he kept his yogurt in the fridge. Yesterday night, he brought the yogurt out to drink. Me that before I will rush his yogurt with him. I did not even rush it. Now that has been a craving for 10 years. But as I am right now, I'm thinking that I might not be a yogurt person anymore. I might now be, maybe I will find something else. Maybe like there's this thing that people do now, maybe parfait. It's still yogurt, but it's a different breed. So maybe, who knows? You understand? So I'm saying, in answering your question, I'm saying that this thing that you are talking about here, I'm in one field of work and I'm drawn to another field of work. Just find a small way to express it. You might be surprised that after you've done it for a while, you might not like it. And that's why in my first class, which was in January, if you've not listened to it, please go and listen to it. I said, it is very good to be known for one thing. If you can be known for one thing and you are strong on that thing, you can diversify and people will still trust you, because they'll be like, if this person can be good with this one, I trust this person. For example, what did Dangote start with? But from that one thing, because we trusted him in, I think it was cement, right? Because we trusted him in cement now, he was able to prove himself. Then now he has gone to sugar, he has gone to spaghetti, he has gone to oil and gas. Oil and gas. So just be known for one thing. Let everybody know that, okay, this is who you are. Once you're known for that thing, you can diversify into anything you want, but just be known for one thing first, then you can diversify. So yes, comfort. You said you need to inform X and Y about what you're doing. Yes, that's what I was saying before. So the person now told me that you need to inform X, Y, blah, blah, blah about what you're doing, so that somebody else does not take what you're doing. Now, the thing is that some of us are doing things, but we're not talking about what we are doing. If you're not, that's why I said, how are you doing something? Nobody knows what you are doing. You're not proud of what you are doing. You register a company, you are not using it. You know, I was talking to, let me not call the person's name. I was talking to this person, and this person, whenever this person wants to do something, the person will ask me, can I use your company to do this thing? I say, of course, you can use my company to do this thing. Another day again, can I use your company to do this thing? I say, but wait, you have a company, and your company is doing well. So why are you not proud of using your company? Even if they call this person and they say, what are you? What do you do? The person will just say, I'm a lawyer. You're a lawyer, but you have a company and you're using your company. Why would you not be proud to call the name? I'm a lawyer, I'm the founder of this, and this is what we have done. Why? So some people, maybe you are doing something in this place, please, can I even know first, why is it that some of us are ashamed to talk about what we do? Why? Just why? If I just get three answers, I will just move on. Why are some of us ashamed of bragging about what we do? Comparison culture. It's not well known because we are taught not to show off. Okay, let me talk about what Nita said. It is not well known. Do you know that when I first started talking about copyright, trademark, all those things, people were not talking about it though. When I was talking about trademark, copyrights, oh my God, that time people were laughing at me to the point that they will even be calling me Madam Copyright, because I was always talking about copyright. People say, which one is copyright again? Which one is copyright again? You understand? But after a while, the IP space and copyright space became so congested now that nowadays, some people are acting drama with IP, some are dancing with IP, some are singing with IP. So you are thinking that is not well known, but you have to start talking. Light said comparison culture. Ogene Meraho Apochimara said, because we are taught not to show off. You are not showing off. You talking about what you are doing. You are not showing off. You are being humble. Imposter syndrome. Yes. Okay. Because it's not everything we want to be yet. Oh, do you think that I'm where I want to be? I'm not where I want to be, but I talk about it. Fear of discouragement. Sometimes when you say you're doing this thing, they pull you down. My dear, if anybody wants, let me ask you a question. Why do we wear bra as women? I am having a career block. I don't even have what to show off. You will have what to show off, Regina. By the next month when we meet, Regina, you will have what to show off. This career block, we scatter the block with bulldozer. You will have what to show off. By the next month that we are meeting, you will have what to show off. I was asking the question that why do we wear bra as women? Somebody said that they pull you down. Is it not to pull ourselves up? Somebody said to cover breast region. No. We are not just wearing bra to cover our breast region. We are wearing it to pull ourselves up. When you are going out in the morning, does anybody tell you, oh, go and wear your bra? No, only you go and carry your bra, you will wear your bra, you will pull yourself up. So let that be an encouragement to you, my fellow sisters. Somebody said to hold your breast tight. Okay, it's also one of the, but in line of pulling yourself up, instead of pulling yourself, you will pull yourself up. So why I'm saying this is because as women, we must pull, you must, anytime that you are feeling down, please remember what I've just said. Anytime that you are feeling discouraged, you are feeling down, and you are dressing up and you wear your bra and you pull yourself up, remember what I'm saying. You don't need anybody to pull you up. You don't need your husband, your siblings, you need people to pull you up, yes, but you must be the first person to pull yourself up. And you, somebody say Rema, somebody shout power. Please pull yourself up, pull yourself up, because in this life, if you don't pull yourself up, some people might be tired of pulling you up, so you have to pull yourself. So anytime you feel this, oh my God, please just pull yourself up. Whenever you're feeling down and you are about to go out and you're wearing a bra and you have to pull yourself up, remember that I must be the first person to pull myself up. Yeah. And you know, sometimes as women, we crave this whole people endorsing what we're doing so much that we lose out on the beauty of ourselves and time. On a serious note, you know, today I was having a discussion with my daughter, and what happened with her was her cousin came and she was having a nice time with her cousin. And she's very close to this, her cousin, and she was just very happy with the cousin. They were playing and playing and playing. And after a while, another cousin came. And this other cousin now moved on to the other cousin and started playing with the cousin. And then my daughter now started feeling sad, started crying. I said, what is the matter? And she was like, before she was playing with me, now she has gone to play with our other cousin. I said, but the other person that came is your cousin. Join them in the play that they are playing. She said, but when she was playing with me, she was not holding my hand. But now my other cousin has come. She's holding her hand. I say, hey, wait, you are a human being. Your cousin is a human being. The other person that came is a human being. So it's not that cousin now that is hot cake, that because she's holding another person's hand, they are now crying. What type of life? So I now told her, I now say, one person is like a queen. When she comes into a place, everybody wants to hug her, everybody wants to be with her. Then another person, when she's in a place, she wants to go and meet the person that everybody is looking at. She now told me, Mommy, are you saying I'm ugly? I said, I'm ugly. I said, no, allow me to finish my analogy. I said, are you the person that is like the queen that everybody wants to play with? Or you're the person that is always rushing, begging to play with another person? She now said, I am who God says I am. I said, better, that is the best answer that you could have given. So I don't want to see you crying. Don't cry. So you knew that you are who God says you are, and you have been crying since. So that one was just to reset her brain, because there's sometimes that as women, we feel so, I don't know how to put it. We want someone else to live their lives and now come to our life and be pulling us up. You have to pull yourself up. So I'm going to stop there. We're almost, I've not even gotten to the second and third part. So, but I just want to say that visibility can be even how you dress. I remember when I was supposed to go for something in another country. And like I said, like I don't know if it was here I shared it, but they asked everybody to come with casuals. They said everybody should come with casuals. But me, I was like, I'm not coming here to be casual. I'm coming here to that nobody in this meeting will forget me. I went to the market. I got those beads that Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala used to wear. That bead, I went to get it. I went to the tailor. I bought materials. I told them to sew me gorgeous natives. I told myself, I psyched myself. I said, this meeting I'm going for, they must notice me. I'm not going there that's casual. I don't have business with any casual in this meeting. I want them to notice me. So when you say, I don't want to blow my trumpet, no. I'm going here to blow. I want them to notice me. So when I went for the meeting, the first day, of course, everybody dressed casual with all these our baggy trousers, shirts, t-shirts, and all that. I wore my Ankara, I wore my bead. Everybody was saying, oh my God, you're Nigerian, oh, you're Nigerian. Before I'm a Nigerian, but if I had worn that casual they said we should wear, I would have not stood out the way I wanted to. So when I went for the meeting, I was contributing, I was talking, I was giving my own perspective to what they were saying from a Nigerian perspective, from an African perspective. I just kept talking and talking and talking. And after we had spent 2 weeks, for that 2 weeks, I had natives. Though I wore like the casuals once in a while, but I had more of natives. When it was now time for the meeting to be over, they now needed to pick somebody that would represent all of us that came from Africa. Guess what? These people now came to me and said, please, can you be the one to represent this cohort? They did not stop there. They now said, that Ankara that you wore the first day, please, do you still have it? You can imagine. I said, if it's Ankara, don't worry. I have even another beautiful Ankara that you will love. Then I said, oh, thank you. So some of us, like, we are not deliberate. You understand? Something else happened to me. So I'm going to give you another side of something else that happened to me. I was supposed to attend a meeting that I had been praying to attend. I've been praying to attend that meeting. And finally, they asked me to attend the meeting. So I don't know what came over me. I asked my husband, can I wear this t-shirt? It's like a good t-shirt, it's fine and all, but it's a t-shirt. Not like a polo, like a t-shirt with collar. So he was like, it's a fine t-shirt, wear the t-shirt. So I wore the t-shirt and I joined the meeting. When I joined the meeting, I joined early and my boss joined just after me. I put my camera on. She saw me. She said, hi, Juliana. How are you doing? I said, fine. She said, please, I would like you to kindly turn off your video as I just want the people we're meeting with to concentrate on the presentation and the people that we're meeting with. I don't know if that'll be okay with you. I said, yes, that's fine, that's okay. I put my camera off. When other people joined the meeting, I looked at what they were wearing. Everybody was dressed in like suits, serious dressing. Oh, I felt so sad. I felt so like, you know how they use cold water to pour on Yuba? That's how I felt. I could never tell my husband about the meeting until later in the night. I said, God, I said, see what happened to me today. See what happened to me today. See what happened to me today. Because I had already joined the meeting earlier. I put my camera on and my camera was okay. It was clear. I was looking good, everything. And I put my camera off to wait. That was before my boss joined. Then I used my hand like this to clean the surface of my camera like this. So I guess that my hand was not so clean, maybe like with makeup and all. So it blurred it, but I didn't know. So when my boss joined and I put on the camera, it was, first of all, it was looking blurred. You understand? It was looking like that way. Then when I now finally tried to clean it, she now saw me. She now said, please, can you just put off your video, please? What, I felt so bad. So the thing is, sometimes we are praying for visibility, but we have not yet prepared ourselves. It's a painful experience, but I'm sharing it so that when you're going to some places sometimes, even though this was a virtual meeting, but you can see what happened to me. I was in another place one time and they were having something with the American embassy and my boss was not around to go. And he knows that me, I used to be a very I don't care person. Even when it comes to dressing, I don't care. So, my boss told me, he said, see you, I have this American embassy thing to attend. I'm not around. Can you attend? I say yes. He said, it's today. Can you attend? I say yes. He said, what are you wearing? Stand up, let me see. He was just like on a Zoom call. I stood up like this. He said, okay. He now said, let me see your shoe. Let me see. Show me your shoe. Show me the shoe you wore. I now remove my shoe. I put it on the Zoom call like this. He now said, okay, you can go. I will send them an email and I will ask them to change my name to your name. He knew he had to go that far because he knew that I am an I don't care dresser. But it's not a good thing. You understand? And I think I had to meet with somebody last year and she told me, she said, Juliana, the way you used to do I don't care dressing is not good. You have to change. It's not good. So now I'm working on it. I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. I don't know. I'm so sorry. There's so much to share, but there's no time. I'll say two last things. One thing I'll talk about is, as women sometimes, this is slide, I think this is slide, I don't know. This is slide maybe 10, and I have like 60 something slides. I'll say this, as women, there are some times that we have to take breaks, like marriage breaks, pregnancy breaks, and all that. I want to say that please, during your breaks, don't totally, when you go on those breaks as a woman, don't totally break off from your career. Still keep your networks open, still engage, even if you are during your maternity, once in a while. I've seen some people that it's even every maternity they go for, when they are coming back, they're coming back to promotion. Because during their maternity, they've done one amazing thing. They've applied for a higher position. They've done something. I've also seen some women that are high flyers. At the point of getting married, everything is dropped. So please, that we're women is not a sickness. So we must not treat it as something that is totally, we must also try to be innovative in how we maneuver some of the things that we do. And lastly, for some of us that already have a job and all that, Jim Rohn said, work more on yourself than you work on your job. Work more on yourself than you work on your job. And what that means is, it's not saying that you should not work on your job, but it's saying that if you put in 100% in your job, put in 200% in improving yourself. Because once you get a position, you are already better than that position. Once you get a position, you're already supposed to be aiming for something higher. So while you're in that position, you must start training for a higher position. So for example, you just got a position as one thing, but you're seeing that the next step after this is this one. So while you're in this job and you're doing your task, you must start doing the trainings required for the next role, so that even though you're in this role, the suggestions that you make, the strategies that you give, all those things are at a higher level and people can see you at a higher level. So please, thank you so much for joining. I apologize for the technical issues. If you have any question, please put it in the chat. Let me answer your questions so that we can be done with what you are doing. You see, sorry, the face that you saw was my son's face actually. I put a different screensaver before, and then he just woke up and put his face and he was frowning, and he still put his frowning face as my screensaver. I told him, I said, see, I have to remove this thing. You can't put a frowning face and put it as my screensaver. But the reason why I didn't remove it, because at that time he was quite emotional. And I thought, okay, let me leave his picture so that he would feel happy. So that's why his picture is there. So do we have any question or we don't have? It's so cute. Oh, okay, oh, if you say so, thanks. So thank you so much for joining. Please, I'm going to send an email afterwards, and that email will be thanking you for joining, and it will also send you a testimonial. It's very important that you fill the testimonials, because the testimonial forms, because it encourages me. Secondly, the certificates that will be given at the end of the year will be given to only those that fill testimonial, because for me, I would say those are the people that appreciate what I'm doing. So I'll do that. Then hopefully in October, there'll be a physical meeting. So please plan for those of us in Abuja. For those of us that have received the book, please try to read it. And for the accountability document, try to use it daily to help you. Somebody asked a question, that's Favor. She said, how do I deal with parental opinion on my career? Okay. But it depends on the kind of parents that you have. So for example, there's some parents that like do what you love and all. Some parents will try to guide you, but if you say you don't want it, they will allow you. But if you have very forceful parents, like when you say career, is it like you are still in the university and they are asking you to study this particular course? Or is it that you have finished university and then they help you to get a particular job and say, this is the job we want you to do? Or they already have a family business and they are saying, this is the business you must do. So which one is it? Favor, is it that you are a student, or is it that they got a particular job for you, or there's a family business that they say you must do? What is it? While we are waiting for Favor's response, if you have any question, please put it in the chat, or you can put your videos on also so that we can do our screenshot, our picture. Okay. Favor said, I am already done with school and I'm trying to get a job. They want me to do the family business and go for my master's, then lecture. Oh, okay. Maybe your parents are in the academia, or okay, they want to do the family business. Okay, what is it that you want to do? I don't know. Can we just talk so that you're not typing? It might take time. Can we talk, Favor? Can you put your audio on? What is the family business? Please help me put your audio on.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
The family business is mainly farming, poultry farming and animal farming.
Okay. What did you study?
I studied pharmacology. Actually, I was supposed to study medicine, but then they gave me admission into pharmacology and I refused to change. I refused to switch departments because I ended up liking the pharmacology course instead.
What is pharmacology? Sorry.
It's basically the study of drugs and how they affect the body.
Okay, okay. So what are the career paths in pharmacology?
I can work in a quality control unit to check the quality of drugs or quality of products that are being to the general public. I can work in a research lab to create drugs. I can also work as a lecturer.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
Actually, I love writing and I want to become a writer.
Okay, that is your main, like that is everything you have in your mind. You want to be a writer. That's it. Like that's your one,
Yes,
two, three, that's your everything for now.
yes, for now.
What do you want to write about?
I want to write. I write about create. I'm a creative writer, so I can create. But I also want to write life pieces, something like a motivational quote or motivational story.
Okay. Have you started writing already or you want to start writing?
I started writing most on Facebook. I just write short pieces and post there.
Okay. So do you live with your parents?
Yes, for now I stay with them.
You stay with them, but you are a graduate already.
Yes,
Okay. So how much do you make? Like are you making money from the writing?
I've not actually started writing for pay yet.
Okay, so that means you are still like eating your parents' food, you are living under their roof and all that.
Yes,
Okay, so they want you to do masters in what course?
they want me to do masters maybe in one area of the pharmacology, then come back to work as a lecturer.
Okay, so what don't you like? Is it that you don't want to do your masters, or you don't want to be a lecturer, or you don't want to do the poetry? Which one?
I'm not really drawn to the poetry, and I
Hello? Hello? Hello, Favor. Me, I'm enjoying this discussion. No, I be able not enjoying it. You're enjoying it. Me too, I'm enjoying it. I'm living an before. Yes,
hello.
I can hear you. So, what was my last question? So, you don't want to. Oh my God, my train of thoughts. Um, so which of them don't you like? Is it the masters? Is it the poetry, or is it the what's the last one? The
The
lecturing. Which one don't you like?
I don't want to become a lecturer, and I don't like poetry. I don't like the family.
You don't like the farming, you don't want the poetry, sorry, you don't want the poetry, you don't want the lecturing, but you want the masters.
Yes, I want to go for master.
Okay. When are they planning to do the masters for you? When?
They wanted me to defend my NYC, then go for the masters, but I refused and insisted I wanted to go for my NYC before the masters.
Where are they looking at to send you for your masters?
We have not actually sat down. My dad said I should go for my service, then come back and tell them where I want to go to. Then we'll talk about it.
Okay, see, for me, I don't see any problem in all the things you have mentioned. You are a writer, but right now the writing is not yet bringing income. They're with your parents, they do this thing. You can help them. It even adds to your create. Do you know that you can even be doing that poetry and you can, first of all, you can help them to even automate what they are doing, standardize what they are doing. You can even get characters for your stories. You know, there's a way you can be seeing one male chicken and one female chicken, and before you know, you can even get an idea. There are some cartoons that we have now, and those cartoons are about animals. and they have different series, and our children, they watch those series over and over, and they are based on ants. You understand? And those people might have gotten it by just sitting under a tree and seeing ants moving. You don't know how crazy ideas can come from even doing that stuff. All you can just say is, okay, can I just do this maybe for this, maybe a short time, but not. The thing is, we must help our parents. As long as you are staying with them, you're eating their food, most times you may have to help them. You understand? You can tell them that, no, I will not finalize what I'm doing here, but you can have that as you can learn it. You can help them. It doesn't, you'll be surprised when this thing will come to help you, you will not, it will even shock you when this knowledge will come to help you. Then the lecturing now, lecturing is not, you know that so many people, lecturing must not even be in Nigeria. Lecturing can be in other countries. There are even people that are even in this United Nations space where I work, and they do part-time lecturing. The reason why they do that on the side is maybe after retirement, they still want to at least be a visiting lecturer. Even me, if I even get something like to be a visiting lecturer, I will not mind. You understand? It's not, I believe that your parents want the best for you, but if you can show them what you're doing and you can, so for example, now, that was why I asked you, how much are you making from this writing now? That was the reason why I asked you. Because I know that there are people that make money from writing. So if actually writing is like your passion and you really love writing, by now, how many books have you written, Favor? How many books?
I've currently written one. I finished one. I'm about publishing that one.
Mhm. Yes. Do you have a blog? Do you have a paid blog where people read and they pay? Have you
Yes,
researched?
yeah, I
Sorry, go
created
ahead.
one account on Substack.
Okay. Do you know what? You can be doing what your parents want you to do while you are building this one. When you start making money, they will allow you to do what you are doing. What our parents want from us is for us to succeed. Once you can show your parents that I'm succeeding in this thing, they would most likely not disturb you. I remember then, my dad died early. So my mom, she used to like have a shop and she would do all those things. She would not want us to go out, all those things. But for me, I'm like, I understand that we are women and you want us to be protected, but I have to make additional income. And for me, my additional income was going to do ushering jobs, going to back up for people, just doing all those side jobs and all those things. And sometimes I'll come back home and she'll be complaining. She'll be like, no, don't do this one. Why will you go out like this? I'm like, I'm not doing anything bad. I just need to make additional income. I even thought at some point, just doing all those things. She didn't necessarily like it. But you know what? With all the knowledge that I got from all the things that I got, by the time I now moved on to the entertainment law space, what helped me was the knowledge that I got in all these places. And at the end, I was able to tie everything up together. So don't think that any knowledge that you have is a waste. You know that I've seen somebody applying for an international role. And in that role, part of the things that they were asking for is to have an idea about startup. And when she sent her profile to me and all those things, what she wrote as her knowledge about startup and all those things was a bridal shop. You understand? Somebody else will say, how will I have a bridal shop in Cuba? And I want to apply for international job and I'll put bridal shop. But the thing is, there's a way that she would couch that thing, that she would say, I'm into, like, I have this startup, and the startup is to make women beautiful. And so far in the past 2 years, we've been able to reinvent 50 women, making them this. It's just couch, it's just arrangement. Now you're into drugs. That means it's even possible for you to know the drugs that work for chicken, the drugs that don't work for animals, the drug that can work for chicken and work for human beings, the love stories that happen there, how some chickens, they eat their eggs. Those are different stories that you can write about, and people, there are just so many things. But I know that there's sometimes it can be difficult when you are dealing with parents, because sometimes parents can be very demanding, and sometimes they can be unreasonable in how they demand things. But we must continue explaining to them while we are doing our own on the side. Once we've come to a place that we are now succeeding, our parents will allow us, because it's not that they are insisting that you must do that thing, but they just want you to succeed. So once you can be doing that stuff on the side and you can succeed, they will allow you. So just be doing what they are saying you should do while on the side you're doing your writing. And as you continue making money, if you make 1 billion from your writing, I'm telling you, your parents will, they will not even mention lecturing. They will be saying, that is my daughter. My daughter Favor is a writer. Just go and make 1 billion from writing and see if they will talk about lecturing. They will not. All right, thank you. We're past time. Regina asked a question. How do you move away from career block? How do you even understand how to navigate your life? I was in a career for 7 years, and then marriage made me change location. And now I haven't been able to get my feet. It's now hard getting a job again. Okay. Regina, please, can you unmute yourself if you are still on the call? Hello, is Regina still here?
Yes, I'm still on the call. Good evening, ma.
Yeah, hi, good evening. What were you doing before for 7 years?
I was teaching in a secondary school.
Okay. So now, what type of job are you looking for now?
I'm building a career in the social impact space, that's NGOs and foundations and all of that.
Okay. So, like, what specialization in that NGO space?
Programs. I have quite an experience volunteering for NGOs in programs, but it's just been very difficult getting a role, and that's the issue. And in this my
That's
new
like
location,
program.
schools are
Yeah.
not even favorable for me to continue in that line.
Okay. Where is your new location?
I'm in Abuja.
Okay. 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 So, for those roles that you have been volunteering in, like, are they paid roles or unpaid roles?
They are unpaid.
Unpaid. Okay. Um, for me, thank you, Regina, for sharing. So for me, I believe in I believe in creating something once I'm passionate about it. If I'm passionate about something, I will create something. And then when I create that thing, while I'm applying for other things, I would be slowly floating my own stuff. So you're passionate about NGO, you're passionate about programs, but you've not gotten programs yet. So is there something that you can start floating on your own and making noise about? Do you know that something happened to me? I don't know what made me to go on my LinkedIn, and I went to check my inbox, and I saw that there is a very big women organization that cuts across Africa, right? The person that was heading that place and now is working with the United Nations. Do you know that this person sent me an inbox about 4 years ago telling me that she would like to work for me? I don't even know what made me to see her message. I just scrolled and I saw it and I was like, Jesus Christ, like, how is this possible? At the time when she sent me that message, maybe I saw it, maybe I didn't see it, I don't know. But at that point, I was living in a one-bedroom flat with my husband, my 2 children, and a house help. And somebody that now works with United Nations and heads one of the big women organizations sent me a message to work for me. At that point, I was not even responding to people's requests for job stuff because I knew that I could not even pay them. But do you know why she could write to me? Because the brand looked so beautiful online. There was so much activity. And in her mind, she thought it was a very big organization. But she didn't know that I was doing everything from my one-bedroom flat. In between my pregnancies and giving birth and sleeping and waking up, she did not know. How did I get my current role now? My current role came as a result of still this business that I'm telling you about. I never planned that. Maybe like people go to school and they say, oh, I want to work with the United Nations. I never had that in my mind, never. I just finished school and I knew that I wasn't getting a law firm to work with. When I go with my pregnancy, they might not call me. And I decided, okay, since I'm not getting this thing, let me start learning, teaching, and all that. And I was doing that. And it was in the midst of doing all these things and teaching myself, reaching out to people and all that, that people were taking my course. And as they were taking my course, this particular opening in a UN organization came up. And most of the people that applied for it had taken my course. And that's how they called me and said, we are looking at CVs. And almost everybody that applied for this CV has gone through your course. Are you interested in this role? And that was how I got it. So sometimes you have to, people sometimes like to employ or take somebody that's already doing something beautiful. You know, somebody has poached me. Is it poach or something? I don't know. But I was working with this organization and then someone else tried to give me an offer for me to relocate and work somewhere else. But my husband did not agree. But why? There's sometimes that people look more attractive when they're somewhere and doing something that people like. So I like that you're volunteering. I think it would be nice to see your LinkedIn profile. If you have the time, you can send an email. Let me just look through your LinkedIn profile. But another thing you can do is, that was why I asked you, what are you passionate about? You said programs. Okay, how many certifications on programs have you done? But aside from certification, when you say programs, is it just programs? Is there something else that you're passionate about? Like for me now, it was not programs for me, it was IP. And I started talking about IP and started becoming like a voice for IP, talking about IP. So it was from that IP that I entered into the space. Now I can do programs. But I first came in as a professional on something. So that was what I was asking, like, what is your own, what is your specialization? Aside from programs, which is general, like what is your, so you can start building from there. Registering an NGO is not so expensive. If it's something you're really passionate about, you can register an NGO and start running your own programs, making noise about it. When they are doing women's program, you go, you talk, oh, my NGO, you talk about it online, you go, you share whatever you want to do. You talk, as you're talking about it, people are seeing you, and then that's how the offers will come to you. Because like this woman I told you about, she started working with one of these women organizations, and now she's in UN Women. So, but it was from her pushing her own thing. So that's what I would advise. It might not be so easy, but just think about it more, and while you're volunteering, push like your own agenda, push your own stuff, have a brainchild, push it and start moving it, and then be vocal about it and tag the right people. You'll be surprised. Something can come out of it. Well done. All right. Thank you, everyone. I've kept you longer than this thing. So thank you all. I hope you've had a lovely time. I hope it was worth your time. Thank you. Take care of yourselves and have a lovely week. I'll see you in April, um, third week in April. Thank you. Take care. Bye. Ooh, let me see. Oh, Miss Yama is here. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Favor, Azizat, Miriam, Obioma. Thank you. All right, let me see how I can off this now. Hmm.